Good morning, YouTube. It's the old soldier coming at you from Robinson County, North Carolina. Off to work on a Monday morning. But the reason you get the video today is, one, won't be a live view tonight, just due to conflicting work schedule. I've got an event I got to be at tonight during the time I would normally be doing our weekly live broadcast. So we're going to postpone that until next week. We'll pick back up next Monday. But I figured I'd get a video out this morning while I got time. Interesting events in the news. If anybody's been watching just regular TV, you've probably seen the breaking news as it came out yesterday about former NBA All-Star player Kobe Bryant's untimely demise in a helicopter crash, along with that of one of his daughters. I believe the coach of her team and his daughter and the pilot. Beyond that, I ain't going to speculate as to the who, the how, the what's, or the whys. Other than a tragic event. My thoughts, my prayers go out to his family, their families, and that's about as far as I'm going to go with it. Why? I don't know. He's getting all this attention because he was an NBA player. But in other news, caught clips of the president's defense team and their, what you call it, speech, testimony, rebuttal to the prosecution, whatever the fancy legal terms. They kind of stuck it to them. I thought some of the points they made were extremely valid. So, they're predicting by Thursday of this week that they'll probably have a judgment issued. But I'm afraid that's still not going to solve the fact that you've got the majority of the House, a good portion of the Senate, and several other snakes in the government that are bent on serving their own will and not the will of the people. I'll leave that there at that. But one thing I think will happen is that come November 2020, this farce of an impeachment is going to put President Trump on a second term. There are a lot of Democrats that are starting to move away from the left-leaning progressives of the party and moving back more to a left-of-center approach, if you will. Watching a clip where Buttigieg, whatever his name is, Buttigieg was at a town hall type event, and a pro-life Democrat just kind of sticking him on the issue of where he stands on that. One of the big things they preach on is women's right to have an abortion. So that's got to be interesting, in his shoes, being asked a question like that from someone in his party who is pro-life. I think there was another lady asking him, what support he would put towards that, and I caught a smidgen of the answer before I had to go out the door, so I don't know what his response was, but I can only imagine what it might have been. But yeah, seeing all that going on. The governor here has issued an order to lower all flags to half-staff today in memory of a soldier who was killed in Syria this past weekend. Non-combat operations, but still a soldier in the service of the country, as a Wilmington native. So folks, if you don't think that's still going on, it is. But like I said, and a lot of news that came through this weekend. But anyway, folks. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Nobody had any major issues. Hope everybody has a great week. For me, I hope my week gets a little better. I'm in a little bit of pain this morning, if you can't tell by my voice. My back's been hurting all weekend. Not complaining, just a statement. But in brighter news, my son starts his new job today with one of the hospitals nearby. Happy for him. Finally going to get out of the retail environment into a position that he could eventually move into something even better than what he's going to be doing. He's going to be a nurse's aide. He has ambitions to eventually become a nurse. He's been working on these credentials. He hasn't got into nursing school yet, but certainly working in this field will give him a better idea of what to expect. He might learn a few things on the job as a nurse's assistant or nurse aide, whatever they call it in your state. The hospital he's going to go work for has already told him that if he gets his level 2 or CNA 2 certifications, that they would reimburse him for that cost of the training. That's what they told him. And it's also a pay raise, about a $3 an hour pay raise. So that's his career plans for right now. I think he said he's got to retake anatomy before he can apply for nursing school. I didn't really realize how competitive nursing school was here just for a 2-year degree. But he made a C this last semester in anatomy. And his advisor told him, he said he needed to retake it again to raise his GPA in that. He said most of the schools won't touch him with a C in anatomy. I guess I understand it. I'm going to say one way or the other. But at that, though, like I said, working where he's at now, and they're going to do what they'll do. And I think they've already told him too. I think if he gets accepted to a nursing school program, that they would work with him while he's in school too. So he's got himself in a position where I think he's going to do something. And the reason I bring that up too is because, like I said, everybody wants to be a nurse, but not everybody wants to be a nurse's aide. But then again, you got to learn nurses that started off as nurse's aides. Again, skilled trades, folks. Skilled trades. And granted, that's more of a popular one, I guess, is the medical field, nursing. But I'll be clear about some things. One thing that used to get me when I was an Army recruiter, I had people come in my office, I want a job working with computers. What do you mean? Oh, I want a job where I work on computers. Okay, be more specific. Do you want to learn how to program them? No, I just want to have a job where I'm at a desk and I got a computer. Okay, so you don't know what you want to do. Yeah, I want a job where I work on computers. You get the deer in the headlights look when you explain that the computer is a tool that many occupations use. You got people that don't understand that, and even to this day, I hear it in the community. Yeah, I want to get a job with computers. You want to be a programmer? You want to be this? You want to be that? And you just give you that deer in the headlight look, like you don't know what you're talking about. And you look at these people and you try to explain to them or suggest to them, well, you can be a programmer, you can be an IT network specialist. There's a whole lot of things y'all can get into and do. And I just want to sit at the desk and type stuff in the computer. Oh, data entry? No, I just. So the whole point behind it is, just because you've got a job and there's a computer at the desk does not mean you work on computers. But a lot of people see things that way. You gotta know. You gotta do some research as to what it is you really want to do. Just don't go in and tell somebody I want a job working on computers. That's what they're going to ask you. You want to be a programmer? Do you want to be a repairman? You want to be an IT technician? You want to get into computer network security, which is a big and growing field right now, contrary to the popular opinion. Computer IT network security. Get in now. Building networks, another big one. And these are things that people don't bother to ask. They just think, well, if there's a computer at the desk, I'm working on computers. So if you start to look for a trade or an occupation, these are some things you got to look into. Just like I get guys, I want to be a welder. Okay? You want to weld in a factory? You want to weld in a shop? You want to be an on-call? What do you want to do as a welder? You want to be an underwater welder? Well, okay. Well, here's what you need to do. First, you need to learn the basics of welding. Then figure out if you want to work in a plant, or if you want to work in, a shop. There's differences in that too. But welding, just knowing how to weld is a trade that you'll find work. Always need for welders. But knowing how to weld with arc versus gas and gas versus arc, TIG and MIG, which I don't know all the differences of. I just know those are two types of welding applications. But the more you know in a trade or a skill, the more marketable you are. So yeah, I'm plugging the trades right now. Whether it's if you want to go into welding, pipe fitting, plumbing, electrical, mechanical, maintenance, HVAC, refrigeration technician. Oh yeah. If you live anywhere where there's a meat industry, refrigeration techs are vital to that plant's operation. Being able to keep those refrigerator units in tip-top shape and running and doing what they're supposed to do. Likewise, believe it or not, hospitals have big need for refrigeration technicians. There's the service industry that utilizes the trades. The company that manages, say, restaurant chains. A lot of restaurant chains will hire a company to service their buildings. And that company, that particular service company might have a territory. And they'll divide it up amongst their technicians. You've got all the McDonald's in the east side of here, and you've got them all on the west side, and you've got them on the south side. And their job is to do the routine maintenance and any unusual repairs that come up, things like that. Knowing when you have to call in a dedicated trade, say, example, you go and you do the work on the HVAC system, basic service, but you come in you come in the next week, get a call, HVAC's out again, but you find out that lightning struck it, so you got to replace the whole unit. Well, then that person will be responsible for calling and getting the quotes from local HVAC, and then getting the boss to make the decision on which one to go with, that kind of stuff. Industrial plant maintenance. Some of these places around here where I'm at, the maintenance technician in these plants top out at $32 to $34 an hour. And there's just a critical shortage of young people getting into the trades, folks. Skilled trades. And a lot of them, 1-year diploma to 2-year associate's degrees. Part of the problem is you got high school guidance counselors. They're still being told to push as many kids to 4-year colleges as they can get butts and seats. And it's sad because they're missing the mark on a kid they're trying to, you need to go to the university of such and such, opposed to, you're pretty good with skilled stuff. Have you thought about going down here to the local community college and getting a trade degree? No, I haven't really, but that sounds pretty cool. What are some of the ones that are out there? And that is what's the word I'm looking for? The dime store word escapes me today. But that dynamic needs to change. That thought process needs to change. We need to get out of that mindset, because some of the kids that are, like I said, being pushed to 4-year schools would probably benefit better from a 2-year trade degree. Just saying. And until I don't have the perfect solution, but I think some of the public schools can do a better job presenting these to the kids. But like I said, they're still being told 4-year schools, 4-year schools, 4-year schools. Guess what, folks? If you've been out of high school for a long time and you're not happy with what you're doing, go back to school. If you can't go full-time, try to go part-time. Don't be like me, though. Don't wait till you're 48 to go. I still kick myself in the butt for waiting so long. I could have had this done years ago, but it is what it is. I mean, some people say, well, it's proof you're never too old to go back to school. This is true. I found out right quick, right fast over the summer at 50 years of age with arthritis and chronic fatigue, really had no business climbing up and down ladders all day, 10, 12 hours a day. I was able to do the work, but I could barely function when I got home at night. And would I go back and do it again right now if I had to? Yeah, if I have to make a living, but again, though, my point being is this. The trades are in dire need. I'm just, in dire need. The projected numbers of vacancies over the next 10 years is frightening. And trying to get people into the trades, and with the economy the way it is right now, now you're competing against industry too, who's hiring people right out of high schools at a decent wage, most places. Not all, but most. You have to compete with that company now. And I had the same problem when I was in the Army as a recruiter. You know, we had to compete with schools and jobs. Now, where I was at, jobs weren't so good. But what you had was a lot of people that were driving an hour away to the likes of Greensboro, Winston-Salem, Danville, Virginia, and working. Some people drive to Roanoke for work. But anyway, I will cut this one off right now. Like I said, I will see y'all live next Monday. Not tonight, but next Monday. So as always, well, y'all know all the charities I'm not going to mention today. Likewise, all the business I'd ask you to support. All the links and stuff are down below. Check them out. Help them out if you can. They can't do it by themselves. So whatever help and support you can throw at them would be certainly appreciated. But hopefully tomorrow I'll be feeling better and be a little perkier mood. But until then, God bless. Take care. It's the Old Soldier out.